What's going on, my friends? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 3 of Town Hall 10 in 2021. We're starting out on the progress base today because a lot of viewers like to know what's been done since our last episode. So let's go ahead and knock that out really fast. We have upgraded 2 of our army camps to level 8, and we have 1 currently under upgrade right now. We have also upgraded 1 barracks to level 12, and we have a second one down for the next day and 7 hours. And then we've also started working into our heroes. Our archer queen is now going to level 32, and let's go ahead and put down our level 32 barbarian king right now with you guys watching. Remember, we're going to keep these heroes down together until the next clan war leagues. And then that other builder, remember, he's supposed to be working on defenses. He's building our second inferno tower. But one thing that might have stood out to you and probably triggered most of you guys is the laboratory. Today we need to knock out our laboratory upgrade priority guide, and we're also going to discuss the army that you should target first, as well as an example of that army and ways to speed up the progress within your lab. So today's guide is brought to you from the perspective of a brand new Town Hall 10. So if you're farther along at this Town Hall level, you might not 100% agree with what I'm going to present to you today. And also, you got to remember this is a very opinionated topic, and you might be watching really old content on YouTube, i.e. my own content from last year, that's very outdated, and we need to get with the times and what's popular in the meta right now. Now, I want to go ahead and start you out with my initial upgrade order, which consists of the dragons to level 5. That's going to be the very first upgrade that we're going to target first in this list. We're going to follow that upgrade with the level 7 lightning spell. Both of these combined are going to take about 15 days unless you use magic items. And then we're going to follow that lightning spell upgrade with the earthquake to level 4. And then once that's complete, we're going to move into the baby dragon to level 3, and then again at level 4. So there's 2 upgrades on the baby dragon. And then we're going to follow the baby dragon up with the minions to level 6. Now that's my initial order. And then from that point on, you can start upgrading some spells to support that army, like the freeze spell or the poison spell, or you can move into a completely different army altogether. But in between those upgrades, we're going to be doing some dark elixir troops, which I'm going to explain later on in the video. But here's the reason behind the Zatquake dragon selection from the very beginning. It's the most popular army and powerful army at Town Hall 10 right now, and you can use dragons for farming of dark elixir. You got to remember that we're working on our laboratory and we're working on our hero upgrades at the same time. So we need to make sure that we're not using an army that requires a lot of dark elixir, but we also need to make sure that our elixir upgrades are being done at the same time in the lab. Okay, so I know what some of you guys out there are questioning right now about that upgrade order. You're saying, why didn't you do goblins? Why didn't you do miners from the start? And even though miners are amazing for both farming and clan war, a lot of your miner style armies, they require siege machines, and this is why we selected to go with the dragon armies from the very start, because a lot of my content in the early weeks of this series will not have a siege machine involved. And that's mainly because a lot of players out there in the very small clans at Town Hall 10 cannot get siege machines, and they need an army that's going to be successful. A lot of players out there believe that the siege machines shouldn't be at Town Hall 10. I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with that, because they are a lot of fun to play with down here, but I'm gonna say that they do alter the effects at Town Hall 10. So by starting out with the dragons, you have a very suitable army that you can use with the lightning spells to take down 2 different air defenses, also with the use of the earthquake spell, and then you would use your heroes to eliminate a 3rd air defense, and then you would go to the opposite side of the base or wherever the 4th air defense is and target with your dragons and your balloons. Now we're going to go ahead and speed this one up, that way you can see the results, because I need you to see for yourself that dragons at Town Hall 10 are just so overpowering by themselves without siege machines, that when you have a lava hound from your clan castle with the balloons, the rage spell, and they work with the dragons to take down various buildings, they'll be able to clear out just about any village if you path it just right. And so this was just an example that we did out in global really fast. Of course, course, there was no clan castle troops, but this is where your freeze spell comes into play. This is where your rage spell drop comes into play, and dragons do very well because they can take down clan castle troops as well as enemy queens very, very easily, unlike the miners. The miners normally need the assistance of an archer queen or poison spells or whatever. So at the end of the day, we have to take into consideration that we will not be using any siege machines from the very beginning, but if you can get your hands on those battle blimps or stone slammers and link it into this army, now you have an insanely overpowering 3-star army. So this is that part of the video where we're going to discuss how to speed up the progress of your laboratory and its upgrades. Now, if you paid attention in episode 1 of the upgrade priority guide, we showed you the Clash Ninja website. And on those stats, you saw that the structures at Town Hall 10 take about 2 months to max out, while the heroes take about 3 months. When we looked at the laboratory, we're talking 6 months worth of total upgrade time if you maxed out everything in your laboratory at Town Hall 9. That is a problem because I know a lot of you guys will max out your villages well before your laboratory, and then you're questioning, should I go on to Town Hall 11 or should I stay here at Town Hall 10 and max out my lab? Well, there are ways to speed up the laboratory, but you gotta participate in the clan war leagues and pull enough medals or save your medals for certain items like the hammers of fighting and the hammers of spells. Now, I know a lot of players out there complain about this method because they claim that they can't get a lot of medals based on the league that they're participating in, but that does not apply to everybody, and this method has helped me out more ways than I can count. Now, we did save up our medals as a Town Hall 9. We never actually, I take that back. I did use one hammer of fighting to upgrade my P.E.K.K.A. back in the Town Hall 9 series, but from then on, we saved the rest of them for Town Hall 10. And so remember the initial upgrade order of the dragons, the lightning spells, earthquake spell, baby dragon, and minions? Well, this is where we're going to place upgrades in between them. This is where we're going to step up into some
big brain stuff.
Because remember, when you get a hammer of fighting, which I'm going to go ahead and buy one now and prepare for an upgrade next week or after my dragon's done. When you use a hammer, it does not require any resources, nor does it require any time. It's an instant upgrade. So if you want to get the most efficient use out of your resources, you can look at it like this. Your dark elixir can go towards your heroes non-stop for upgrade, and then your elixir can go to your laboratory for that initial upgrade priority listing, and then you can use those instant upgrade hammers to knock out your dark elixir troops. Now, a lot of players out there question this method, but it's the fastest way to finish up the laboratory, and we've already proven this once in the Town Hall 10 free-to-play series in 2020. We did it back then as well. So what I'm thinking right now with this upgrade order is we got the dragon in for the next 7 days. Yes, there is a book of fighting sitting right there, but we also don't have the elixir to put the lightning spell down right now. I would have to go grind for a couple of hours just to make that happen. So we're just going to let the dragon go, and we're going to save that book for something else, maybe the baby dragon or something later on. But anyways, once this dragon is concluded its upgrade, then we can use a hammer of fighting on one of these dark troops. An example could be the lava hound, and by upgrading the lava hound, we've already got the max level of balloons anyways. Then we can start playing with the low armies while working on our initial upgrade order. Does that make sense? So we have multiple armies being unlocked at once, or you could use a hammer in between and unlock the witch to level 4 or level 3 here. And the same thing applies to your bowler. You can get it up to the next level as well, because they are all really long upgrades and they all cost dark elixir, precious dark elixir that needs to go to a hero upgrade. And I really hope all of that makes sense. I mean, I gave you like the initial guide and then I start stacking troops on top of it. It can get a little confusing, but you gotta remember what those hammers are intended for: cutting time and cost. And the entire point of this entire guide in the first place was to provide you with the most efficient way to upgrade your laboratory in the fastest manner possible. Now, you do not have to start out with the Dragon Army. There are various armies that are really good out there for Town Hall 10 that do not require siege machines, but the dragons is just what I'm going to start out with, and then I'm going to start working my way into the miners and working my way into the witches. But all of this will be based on how I get these upgrades completed and how many hammers it's going to take to get the job done. Hopefully all that information makes sense, and if you enjoyed today's content, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you have not done so already, and if you like watching us quite regularly, turn on those notifications. If you need any additional video support, or you would like to see the very start of this series or the Town Hall 10 free-to-play series from 2020, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.